What's up, guys? This is NBA Videos 100 coming back at you guys with breaking news. The New York Knicks have traded Carmelo Anthony to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Enes Kanter, Doug McDermott, and a 2018 second-round pick. What does this trade mean for the Knicks and the Thunder? This is a good trade for both teams. It's not a great trade. A great trade, for example, would be the Lakers and Nets trade this summer. The Knicks are probably going to play Enes Kanter, who they received, the best player in this trade, obviously. He's probably going to start this season as center over Willy Hernangomez, who's a blooming young prospect. And once Willy Hernangomez and Enes Kanter are going to fill up the Knicks center position, so they're not missing at center anymore. They have good center positions. And Doug McDermott, well, he's just Doug McDermott. Doug McDermott's just going to fill up the gap at small forward left by trading Carmelo Anthony. He's not too much of a good player. Enes Kanter is a solid scorer, good rebounder, good pickup for the Knicks. And as for the Thunder, they're getting Carmelo Anthony, and they were already gotten better this season picking up Paul George, plus adding Carmelo Anthony. I don't know what position they're going to play him at, because Paul George is probably going to be small forward. So maybe Paul George would be power forward, Carmelo Anthony small forward. Maybe Melo will even play shooting guard, getting older and losing all of his athleticism. We don't know. The Thunder might work that out. But I think the Thunder might be getting better, might be getting even better with this trade. Thunder definitely going to be even better contenders for the championship this year. Probably not going to make it to the finals or anything, but still have a better chance, and we never know. The Knicks, they got rid of Melo, and Enes Kanter has an option for the 2018 season, for the 18-19 season, so this is a good pickup for the Knicks and for the... Let's talk about Carmelo Anthony. The Rockets were definitely his preferred destination, with Chris Paul joining the Rockets this summer, along with James Harden, who's already been there. The Rockets aren't as strong at small forward as the Thunder already are. The Thunder picking up Paul George this summer. The Rockets have Trevor Ariza, but they could have definitely picked up Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony on the Rockets would maybe even lead them to the finals. James Harden, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, that's a good big three. They could have been to the finals. They even had a chance of dethroning the Warriors. The Thunder, on the other hand, they already have Paul George and plus Carmelo Anthony. Let's see how they're going to work that out. Like I said, the Thunder are definitely going to be better this year. Maybe the 6th seed, 5th seed, 4th seed, or maybe even the 3rd or 2nd seed in the West this year. So we'll see how they work that out. Carmelo Anthony had a bit of a drop-off the past few seasons, more notably last season, 22.4 points per game still. He had great performances for Team USA in the Olympics, so it did look like he was going to have a good season. And I really think Carmelo Anthony gets blamed too much for everything the Knicks have. Phil Jackson was the reason for Carmelo's poor performances and the drop-off in his trade value. Carmelo Anthony's still an elite player. People forget that just because of Phil Jackson. He's still an amazing player, and he's definitely going to make the Thunder better. And as for the Knicks, this is a pretty good trade for them. They're getting rid of Carmelo Anthony. Even with Carmelo Anthony, I think they would have been better, but Carmelo Anthony didn't want to stay there, so it's good to get rid of them. If players don't want to play for you, get rid of them. So they got Enes Kanter, who's power forward. He's probably not going to play a power forward. He's probably going to play a center because Kristaps Porzingis, obviously the Knicks' star player now. They're going to build around Kristaps Porzingis. We got to even remember that. Now they're going to build around Kristaps Porzingis and see if they're going to be a better team around that. So they have Kristaps Porzingis and Enes Kanter at center. And the better player might be Tim Hardaway Jr. or Enes Kanter. Probably Enes Kanter. The Knicks have a big three of Tim Hardaway Jr., Enes Kanter, and Kristaps Porzingis now. Plus young prospects Willy Hernangomez and Frank Ntilikina. They have lots of stars now. And they got this deal done. Not adding too much cap space. Enes Kanter is about $18 million per year. So the Knicks have definitely cleared their cap a little bit. Enes Kanter, talking about his statistics, last season he had 14.3 points per game. So he's a decent scorer, but he only had 21 minutes per game. And he's a good rebounder, 6.7 rebounds per game last season. So Enes Kanter is a good addition to the Knicks. And this is a pretty good trade for the Knicks. And obviously picking up Doug McDermott, since they already signed Michael Beasley this year in case Carmelo Anthony was traded. And now that's happened. Michael Beasley and Doug McDermott at small forward. Definitely a drop-off, but still they filling in the position pretty well. Tim Hardaway Jr. is shooting guard. Point guard, Frank Ntilikina. Ron Baker's going to start. I don't think that's a good idea, but power forward, Kristaps Porzingis. Maybe backed up by Kylo Quinn. Center, Enes Kanter, Willie Hernan-Gomez. So that's kind of what the depth and stars look like for New York. And they still have that huge contract from Joakim Noah. Maybe they'll get rid of that someday. And then Courtney Lee's also kind of overpaid. The Knicks still have a long way to go. But I think just with the roster they had last year, if Phil Jackson hadn't been there, they would have still been an elite team. And now, just because Phil Jackson's leaving, I think they're going to be much better because they always force the triangle offense. But now that they're not forcing the triangle offense, I think they're going to be much better. So maybe 35, 36 wins for the Knicks. We'll see how it works out. We'll see if Enes Kanter is going to stay with the Knicks or he's going to leave. New York's a big market, so we'll see how Enes Kanter likes it. He's a pretty good player. The Thunder, again, now that they've gotten rid of Enes Kanter, now Steven Adams is going to be their main center. Enes Kanter and Steven Adams were kind of fighting for minutes. So now they're going to have Steven Adams, Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, Russell Westbrook. They have a pretty good roster. So the Thunder getting rid of Enes Kanter. And Enes Kanter actually had one of his best games of the season, grabbing about 29 points and 11 or 10 rebounds this season against the Knicks. So we'll see how Enes Kanter does. If he can play at a high level for the Knicks will be a pretty solid team. And who knows, the Knicks might be so much better next season that they even make the playoffs. I hope they're either so bad that we can get a good pick or we're so good that we can make the playoffs. I don't want to be stuck in the between. So, but the ideal is probably 35, 36 games next season. So we'll see how the Knicks do next season. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. My second channel, this is still growing. Please keep pushing the support, guys. Peace out. And also make sure to check out my other video, rebuilding an NBA 2K, and the top 10 worst trades ever in the NBA. And of course, check out my main channel, WB Videos 100, putting out dope content on there and dope content on here. And as always, peace.